7:10 is your time right now. We're going over to Dina. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks so much, Mel. Well, today is usually a day, and it's one of the busiest ones in Ireland's tourism calendar, rather. It's St. Paddy's Day. The pubs and the city centre have been almost completely shut down with COVID-19 continuing to spread around the world. Ireland is feeling very different today. That is where Elliot Hughes is now. He is the development director of Porterhouse Brewing Company in Dublin, and he is very familiar with the hustle and bustle usually at the pubs today. It's going to look very different today. It already has. Thanks for joining us. Good morning, Elliot.
Good morning. How are you?
Oh, I'm well. Let's talk a little bit about this. I'm guessing, be your busiest day of the year and probably one of the busiest weeks of the year for you.
Yeah, it's comfortably the busiest day of the year, and it's usually, it's the busiest month as well. It's not just the last few days. I mean, they've made St. Patrick's Day over the last 5-10 years. They've made it a week, 10-day festival, and it's kind of hit everything.
So you're live from your house right now, yes?
Yes, I am, yeah.
So there's been a complete lockdown then on all the restaurants? Because I know here at this point, it's pretty much, if you're there to pick something up or have something delivered to go, restaurants are still open. But are you completely shut down?
Yeah, we're completely shut down. So we have a few bars and a few restaurants. From the bars' point of view, the bars have been mandated to shut down. The restaurants haven't yet quite hit that level. And they're still allowing cafes and restaurants to shut down. We've closed our restaurants because there's nobody on the streets. There's nobody coming into restaurants. I know a lot of city centre restaurants aren't doing deliveries, Deliveroo, Uber Eats.
Now, we're hearing a lot about the videos that were circulating. We're looking at some now. There was anger on social media about the Temple Bar area. Talk to us about that area and what it typically looks like, when on a normal situation or year when it comes to St. Paddy's Day festivities. How long do they usually go on for? Is it the full month, like you said? Set the scene as to what it was like pre-COVID.
Yeah, well, I suppose in previous years, I mean, if you take this year as an example, St. Patrick's Day is on a Tuesday. We would start having tourists come in on a Thursday, get really, really busy from a Friday. We've got a lot of big rugby games and soccer games on the Saturday, Sunday. So it'll be very busy all the way through. Last night would probably have been our busiest night. The local people aren't working on today. And today would have been a lot of tourists that would be there all day. So, I mean, it's 5 very, very busy days. But as I said, it's kind of even 5-10 days before that where we're still getting tourists coming into the country, but as I said, no bars are open, nothing's open.
Because we do know that containment is key, self-isolation is key.
Yeah.
So when are you hoping to reopen? Are you hearing any word?
Well, the date that's being thrown around is March 29th, but nobody, to be perfectly honest, nobody believes that. We all are anticipating mid to late April would be a really, really good result for us to start reopening. But even that's kind of the best case scenario.
So how will you be celebrating today? I know it's a tough thing to even think about or say, but you do have to find those silver linings while you are confined in your own home. So what will you be doing?
Not a huge amount.
Yeah.
Just sitting here pretty much all day, doing a little bit of work. As you can imagine, there's still a lot of work to be done from a HR point of view, with a lot of people not working over the last few weeks. But hopefully I'll have a couple of beers later on this evening and celebrate, at least at home.
Yes, you should. And we're going to mention one more time, you are the Business Development Director of Porterhouse Brewing Company, and that is in Dublin, so that, eventually when things get restored back to some sort of normal, people could come visit you from Canada.
Yeah, well, we've a couple of bars in New York and one in London as well. So hopefully, wherever you're traveling, hopefully you see us somewhere there.
Good to know. Thanks so much for sharing and taking the time to talk to us today. Thank you so much, Elliot.
Cheers. Thanks very much. Hope all's well.
Take care.